Hello, Fezzy. So yeah, that's like a very rough and mostly recent thing. There were other things that happened throughout the semester, don't get me wrong. That's just what's fresh in my mind because that's literally what happened this week. The multiple file thing was on Tuesday, and the time zone mishaps, we'll say, of, oh, we don't have the written portion, was Monday? Yes, that was this week. Fezzy wants to be dwarf number 2. Fezzy, you are currently a hauler. Fezzy. U-F-E-S Q-F-E-S. There we go. Fezzy. You were made just for this base, so you have no extended family and haven't had enough time to really make any friends. Though you do have quite a few passing acquaintances. You only pray to one god, that god being Kadol, who most often takes the form of a male dwarf and associated with trade and wealth. Fezzy recently thought I've been all right due to being bored after being unable to practice a craft. Fezzy is incredibly quick to heal and quite durable, but she is clumsy. Fezzy likes allanite steel, peridot, demon rat leather, pigtail fabric, red squirrel parchment, the color gray, battle axes, scepters, snailmen for their shells, the words of the merchant of wandering, and the sound of the silvers of granite. When possible, she prefers to consume lungfish, two-humped camel cheese, and bayberry wine, though she absolutely detests snails. Loves snailmen for their shells, detests snails. Perfect sense. She has great intuition and very good feel for social relationships, but she has poor memory. She dreams of mastering a skill someday. Someone waking you at random at 3 a.m. is called torture. This is true. We do not have hairstone. We have chalk. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Stalks. There we go. It's under stones, right? We have chalk, gabbro, and bauxite. Gray isn't a color. Well, then why is it your favorite? That you didn't think that one through, did ya? But I want to know is, why do they throw all the damaged clothing down here in the bar block stockpile? Is there a reason why bar blocks get damaged clothing? I don't know. This dwarf is colorblind. Shh. It's either blue, red, or green. I love the color blind. No, so yeah, the other two classes I've had have been a lot. They've been a bit simpler. I haven't had quite so many issues with the other classes other than the random inability to remember when anything is really due. Third class had essentially homework that was to be submitted across 3 different programs, because I think they were getting a kickback. Like, I have no clue why otherwise they would do it that way, but they did. Where either you would have to submit it on the school program, this weird discussion board program, or a completely third-party program that just kind of was like, I don't know, maybe do these question banks. And the question banks weren't even really well thought out. So, sure. That one was just more of a test of patience. Just more like, I don't know. Did I get it done? I think I got it done. I don't really care. Like, if the teacher's not going to put an effort in making sure I know what the hell's going on, I don't know why I'm putting an effort in making sure I know what the hell's going on. I'm thinking I should wall this off to prevent dwarves getting sucked in. We'll see. Looks like crap. Maybe I don't know what that is. Isn't that the one with low yields mined in Austin, Australia, in mass? Probably right. I only know about it being abundant in Turkey. Yes, it's an aluminum ore, but there's no aluminum process in the game right now, so it just is what it is. A bauxite altar encrusted with opie for the KV shrine once the room is set up. Is that an L? Are you saying opals? That is an L. Use a capital L. That way I sound less like a weeb degenerate. KV shrine. Man likes his KV shrines. What can I say? All right, let's clear up the mud real quick. Clean map. Mud. Just because I don't like the mud being down there. Now, in this case, the only way for the water... Like, the water is basically a straight tube. I don't see how water can end up over here yet. I think I keep seeing water over here still. How is that possible? I'm guessing the only way the water can update is down here, so it pours this way. Learn to get read opie. That dot is so tiny. Scourge Trumpets had the first one. Yes, he is wanting a KV shrine in the castle when the castle is set up. We are still having issues. Still construct. I have to rebuild the floor because I never did the wall, I guess. Huzzah, I love delays. And this one got built like shit too. Just build it from the outside, I guess. Like, isn't that possible? Should be possible from the outside to build this. Should not be that hard. So, for those of you who had school this semester, what were your horror stories? Please tell me your horror stories so I can know I did not suffer alone.
Oh, I won't do it.
Oh, and that silent thing, another thing to add on to the you're not doing work, is about a quarter of the way through, halfway through the semester, there was one of the projects that had an emergency going on, and someone had figured it out on Saturday, and I hadn't replied to any of the texts for 8+ hours because I was streaming, and afterwards the phone was on silent, so I went to sleep. Someone made a comment about that, like, oh, I don't think he's there. I don't think he's here. I think he's trying to blow us off. And it's like, I have shit to do on Saturdays. Oh, really? Do you? Yes. Yes, I do. Calm the fuck down. I have one day that I'm not replying to you. You don't need to spaz. My only schooling life has been self-teaching and terrible YouTubery. I saw someone accidentally turn off their camera. I've not stepped my foot in school in years. I've graduated my master's degree 9 years ago. Well, that is very good for you. Because in the meantime, as far as I'm aware, schooling has gone down. Well, actually, you might be different. You're in France. Schooling has gone down in America. I swear to God, America somehow keeps trying to find ways to make their education system worse. And I don't know why. This Common Core math shit is just garbage. Anytime I ever hear about any of the things in Common Core, directly or indirectly, it's just like, what are they even trying to say here? Like this is stupid and slow and doesn't teach anybody anything correct at all. America has decided that, you know what, estimating math is good enough. We're fine. We don't need our students to know what math is anymore. Other countries have got it handled for us. Why have we decided to do that? Well, because we continuously test lower than other countries on certain tests around the world. So to improve how well we test against other countries, we're going to make sure we test worse than them. Yay, America. Oh, that reminds me, BT Dubs, if you were not aware,
Why do you think I can do this?
the terms, because I think I'm allowed to say them in an educational sense. The terms virgin, incel, and simp are hereby banned on Twitch from both as the auto ban list from Twitch, but also if a streamer is caught using it. Now they tried very much to specify, oh, this is only really if you're using it in a derogatory sense, not if you're using it as an educational sense or something like that. And in particular, if you're referencing someone's sexuality. If you are referencing someone's sexuality, then these are banned. In which case, I'm so confused because those aren't terms of sexuality. They're terms of sexual promiscuity or sexual desire. It's really all that is. Virgin, incel, simp. None of those are actually a statement as to someone's sexuality. They're statements as to how little sex they're able to obtain and whether or not they even want it. So I have no clue how you would use those terms derogatorily in reference to someone's sexuality. I think what they meant to say is in reference to someone's sexual capability. But Twitch has now banned them. It was a very cute bunny. First death ship to Mars. Primp. We don't have caves here either in France. Vergi Clump. So yeah, just a heads up if you somehow did not yet know, don't make those jokes or references in Twitch ever again, because they've now been defined as banned and off of a definition that is actually literally impossible with the way they've defined it. Well, they did specify that you could use it in an educational sense. So as I am currently educating you as to how impossible a fucking requirement that is, we're gonna be good. Because again, virgin's not a question of sexuality. That's a version of that's a definition of sexual accomplishment. Either you have or have not had sex. Doesn't matter what your sexuality is. That's a state-based definition. Simp is half used derogatorily and half used non-derogatorily. Maybe you could say that that's a thing about their sexuality, but don't they use the term simp for guys too now? Like, it hasn't the definition changed slightly to just mean that you're overly attached to someone who probably doesn't know you exist? Basically, it's just the evolved form of white knighting, right? White knighting and nice guy is just the evolved form of it turned into a term. Again, I don't think that's in any way able to be referenced based upon sexuality, but okay. And then virgin, simp, and I said the third one earlier. Incel. again, it's not related to sexuality. It's related to sexual accomplishment, capability. Now that one of the three, I would say I don't think there's a way to not use that derogatorily, so I'll give you that one. But again, I don't think you could say, particularly if it's being used to reference someone's sexuality. I don't think that's the right word. I feel like that's the wrong way to define that. Hello, Storm. I think so. I think it's part of Twitch's auto ban list. But like, I have no clue how that works. How's that login? We're already talking about simps. You can't, shut up. You can't say that word. That's what we're talking about. You can't say that word. Same as, oh yeah. And they also changed blind playthrough. That one kind of gets me. By definition, I can see the complaint, but literally no one ever used that in a derogatory sense. If I am doing something without having seen it before, I am doing it blind. It's an actual term. It's not just for video games. That's an actual term. It's not ableist. It's not derogatory. I don't sit there and go, oh, golly gee, something that's so blind. That doesn't make sense. I was blinded with love. You wouldn't say, oh shit, you're not allowed to say that. Fucking beat someone over the head if they fell in love. Oh, he said he was blinded by love. What an ableist asshole. Let's just go beat his ass. No, it's an actual term for cannot see or has not seen. But whatever, like if they want to say it, but I swear to God, it's like an extremely vocal select few that complained. Like I saw the story, and from what I understand, one guy on Twitter complained. One guy complained. So they got rid of it. Yeah, she blinded me with science. Yeah, no, like, so you'll notice that nobody can do the tags blind playthrough anymore. In the article I read, they had suggested a different type of tag than blind playthrough. And the tag they suggested was wrong. Does not actually address what a blind playthrough is. It's like making up words. Oh, this is a playthrough of questionable knowledge of the source material. What the fuck are you talking about? And what I just said was more accurate to their suggested alternative tag. So yeah, they got rid of the tag blind playthrough because as far as I can tell, one guy on Twitter complained. I don't even know where the hell they decided to just up and ban simp, incel, and virgin. Those ones get me. I don't understand that. Incel, sure, I don't agree with your definition, but I don't think I've ever heard of that used non-derogatorily. Fine, whatever. Virgin is used, like, if it's a Christian stream, then wouldn't they be using it positively? By being like, oh, this is my virgin ears. No, like, I don't, like, sure, it could be, it's used rather derogatorily. I'm not going to say it's not, but it also is a definition of a state. The intent is derogatory, not the word. And simp, I genuinely don't know, because that's might as well be a verb at this point. Simp is not just a noun. Simp is a verb. And there are a lot of channels and people that actually use it positively. It's like banning the word run. Like, okay, fine, whatever. But like the time period where that would have been to ban it with the definition you're implying passed at the beginning of coronavirus. It's evolved since then to a verb. You're banning a verb. Cause you can just go on YouTube and just find endless videos of, oh, I love this VTuber, or I love this person, or I love this fucking product so much, I'll simp for it. Like, there was a narrow window where that was a purely derogatory term. It was quickly usurped and turned into a word that could be used derogatorily, could be used as a term of empowerment, but is now just mostly a fucking verb, which means I love it a lot. Like, all the effort has been extracted from that word for how little fucking weebs actually took it as an insult. And now it's a verb. I'm just gonna leave it with that. The word has gone to the point where it's a fucking verb. You cannot ban a verb. Mysterious construction has begun. Huzzah. Ooh. Better not say that to Chulu. Pretty soon, oohs are gonna get banned. We're raising better Twitch and Twitter are American companies. First, the ad changes in the DMCA garbage. Now banning verbs. Just letting you know, it's begun to get on my nerves with some people spouting anti-American bullshit of late. Talking to me, or is this a conversation in chat? I don't think I was saying anything anti-American. But anyways, no, it's a verb. It's weird. And Storm, I know exactly what you're talking about. However, remember, this is Twitch. Even if there was a prevalent amount of them paying attention to how veterans and soldiers use the words, I also don't think that they would care because they don't like soldiers. Like, actually, that sounds a bit extreme. Let me put it this way. It's the internet, and there's enough animosity, we'll say, overall, that I don't think Twitch is responding to how soldiers act. It's like Twitch is trying to drive away its audience. Yeah, no, it kind of is. Again, to my conversation from like a month ago, every company is just slowly becoming evil or stupid, and I do not know why. Why would you drive away your fan base? I was on, it's the video game one, but they don't do the video game site that doesn't do video game news. I swear to God, half the time they do politics. Kotaku, that video game journalist site that doesn't address video games hardly ever. What were they covering? They did an article on, fuck, I got so lost I remember its name. I forgot what the article was now. What was I talking about? What was I talking about before this? Military simps. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, nobody advocating for social justice like soldiers. Shit, now I'm annoyed I forgot whatever the hell I was talking about. Is it blind playthrough? No, that was a minute ago. Fuck. It's only because I can't ban the words LGBTQ plus stand for. Look what they did to Dr. Disrespect and Tyler 1. Well, Dr. Disrespect was money, pure and simple. Like, that had nothing to do with any politics. They signed Dr. Disrespect to like one of the biggest contracts they'd ever done, and then the Mixer collapsed. So they needed to get out of the contract. That's what that was. Anything else was just an excuse so that they didn't have to pay the man. That is 100% what that was. Every company is becoming evil or stupid. Company just became stupid recently. Oh, Kotaku. They did an article on Pornhub? Some porn site. They did an article on some porn site, and they just recently kicked out every non-verified uploader and like over a third to 2/3 of all their videos. They just got rid of them all. Okay. Zazit, whatever that name is, the artist, has created Bissacrab, a limonite earring. She claims as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Erdim Torch Duty. Huzzah. Bissacrab Veiled Glows, a limonite earring worth 58,800 dwarf bucks. This is a limonite earring. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rectangular chalk abacons, studded with zinc, decorated with horsebone, and encircled with bands of point-cut claro opals. The object menaces with spikes of limonite, chalk, dingo leather, horse leather, pyrite, and kawadi bone. Well, that's good. I was referring to as they're censoring him. His early streams versus the stuff he came out with before his channel came out. He was basically neutered. Oh, that was real? Oh yeah, the prawn hub deletion. Unfortunately, it is real. Expect no less than you to know Dragon. Saw a video on it. To be fair, digging deep enough into some very questionable things, platform was too large to mandate all their content. True. But my point is, when these companies do things like this, apparently the way they just always do it is we're gonna select this chalk or this chunk and Control Shift Delete. There we go. Like no thought to who or what it is. Like if you go to sites like Pirate Bay, you have uploaders, verified uploaders, trusted uploaders. Like you have the different colored skulls, right? Like they have a proper, I say proper, but they have like a tiered verification process. You have like Twitter, apparently Pornhub, anything else, and all they have is either your AAA company or you're just random amateur, like nobody's. So whenever this shit happens, they just cut out everyone in the lowest tier. How is it Pirate Bay has a better verification system than these regular websites do? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's foolproof or, you know, there hasn't, you know, been like trusted or verified uploaders that haven't done viruses and shit like that. But my point stands that at the very least they have different tiers of trustability. How come no other companies figure this out? How the fuck? Because from what I understand, what Pornhub did is they, again, anyone that was not a verified like porn company, they just deleted all their videos. So they had no fucking verification process or no secondary tier to verify an uploader for anything. How the fuck is this an impossible idea? But Kotaku is the last platform to try and advocate against bad content. So those companies, etc., make billions of dollars versus pirates, laziness, greed. So exactly my point, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how all these companies either go stupid or evil. When really, in the long run, you would probably just make more money not being stupid and or evil. This is how companies used to do it way back when. Made buku bucks to become AAA companies because they garnered goodwill. And now every single company is like, okay, but yeah, okay, sure, I could garner goodwill and make 5 times as much money over the next 5 years, but, and hear me out, what if I made sure I made 1/5 of that money, but I get to make 3/4 of that 1/5 in the next 3 months? Oh, like, no, what? This, like, seriously, what they need to do is these higher ups need to play strategy games. I don't think enough of them genuinely do proper long-term strategy. which sounds absurd because the companies and stuff should be having entire departments towards their long-term strategies. But clearly something overwrites it. Like somewhere, every county inevitably ends up choosing short-term strategies over long-term, and I have no clue why.
Sorry, sir, I can't do it.
Wait, what? What? Well, they do. They treat it like Twitter and Facebook does with verified accounts. Yeah, that's not even a proper verification, though. That's just, are you friends with someone in the company? I 100% do not at all have any faith in Twitter or Facebook's verified account setup. I don't. Also, that's only one tier. You need at least like 3. I approve of this Pornhub defense. We need to create the next Facebook Twitter. I had friends in high school that uploaded videos of their girlfriends' face decks, involuntary movement. There's a documentary in Prime about how the porn industry lost to the one owner of Pornhub. I find Twitch offensive. Direction of companies aren't guided by the owner's workers, but by shareholders. We'll call that the we don't give a fuck about your sexuality place. Somebody Reddit that. They'll ban themselves. Honestly, like that happened in Reddit too. Remember, was it anime memes? There was a subreddit for anime memes that banned the word, like they had this weird entire little mini saga where they banned the word trap. And then people started rebelling against it and finding other ways to say the same thing. So they started banning the ways to reference the word trap. And what ended up happening is the entire subreddit like got shut down because everyone abandoned it within like a month. It went on to r/anime dank memes or something. Like they all just fucking abandoned it like immediately. It's like, I don't understand. You know, this is what your people do. Yes, you could probably not easily defend it morally to outside people, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're legally copacetic, who cares? 4chan continues to exist. Clearly, as long as you're just making sure everything's legal, you're good. Who the fuck cares? I don't like that people keep making anime memes with the word trap in it. Like, I think at some point during that crusade, they actually started banning the picture of Alstafo. Like, what? Literally the memeiest meme trap in existence. They're like, we're not gonna allow this character to exist in our vocabulary. You can't just say Alstafo to mean trap anymore. Okay, cool. So what about all the anime and manga creators that write a female character, have a female voice act the female character, and then throw in one line to go, I'm a boy? Really? Really? That doesn't exist? It's like Funimation buying out Crunchyroll. Now everything's gonna be fucking censored to hell and back. Yeah, just stop trying to regulate it. I don't understand. Stop trying to fucking regulate it. Instead of deleting everything, they should have had the ability to report /flag videos on a team of moderators to check them. People in the comments on some of those questionable videos were actually doing the right thing, flagging the video and reporting it, but the Pornhub execs did not care. If I recall, they legit got busted with underage somethings not too long ago. Again, it probably did. It's the internet. But that's what their fan base was? Like, not the underage things. That should get removed. But your fan base on it is all the uploaders. Like, you have one dude doing illegal shit amongst 100,000 plus, 1 million plus uploaders. You don't off the 100,000. Like, one dude kills someone in the city, we don't go A-bomb the city. That doesn't make any sense. You don't fucking remove everyone from existence because there's a bad dude in there somewhere. You track them down. I don't like anime. You gotta just increase the size of the mod team. Get out. Barbary, JK, but no, go find a good anime. But like, so we have the ability to identify a video from a video. We kind of do the same thing with viruses. So why wasn't there just an anti-filter? Someone reports it, verified, whoever uploaded it, fucking report his ass to the authorities immediately, add that video to a fucking list. If anything comes close to that fucking scene, like bit for bit, and it's showing up like it's that fucking video, so you don't even need a person to do it, auto flag the video, auto flag the person, report the person to the authorities. Not that hard. Really not that hard. We already have the filter system set up for viruses and shit, as effective as they are, but programming's a lot easier than faking a person. Thanks to the companies that are doing this, they're being manipulated by the US government. Fate Stay Night would be a good starting point, probably not for someone who doesn't want to anime. What if that city needs freedom? Because there's no reason to start regulating something unless it's offending some American senator. Their image would have recovered if they just increased the mod team. They destroyed a lot of the site instead. You can't make me watch that. Oh fuck, I just watched the entire series and now I'm hooked on anime. How and or where did Judy die? Why are you, what are you doing? Why are you attending a meeting in the middle of nowhere? So Judy 100 died of dehydration. I don't know why. We have a hospital. Someone should have been taken care of. Right? You are still a hospital, right? Yeah, you're still a hospital. We have a chief medical dwarf. So if they were injured, they should have been taken care of. So how does someone die of dehydration? We need to set up our drinks again. Put that back on repeat. Shouldn't I have gotten an alert saying this person's dehydrated? Whatever. And then so these people are too young. They went insane a while ago. Oh, that's what it was? Okay. But yeah, and you're not even completely wrong about the senators or anything either. I think there needs to be like a mandatory thing for senators, like a subgroup of whoever the fuck works under them, to just be knowledgeable and explain the fucking internet to them. I'm sorry, but it needs to be explained. Not even trying to be like ageist or anything about this. There just appears to be this, I don't know, generational divide. There's just at some point people don't know what the internet is. Like they get fucking flabbergasted. Did any of y'all see the senators a while ago trying to talk to iPhone about how Google works, or Google how iPhones work? It was the weirdest shit. Like they could not understand the difference. And it was like, oh my God. My issue with that not even being to get them to stop doing stupid things, but if something needs to legitimately be done, they won't know how to, or that they need to do something. If you're asking iPhone about Samsung phones and you're asking Google about iPhone apps, you clearly don't understand enough about it to either not like to just not make it worse, or to not do something that you don't need to be doing, like you're doing it wrong. Like what if one of them gets angry at an iPhone app, so they do massive legislation that cracks down on Google? Like, but leave iPhone alone. Like I have a sneaking suspicion that the longer this goes on, the less likely they are to accurately direct, we'll say, any of their legislation. Even making the assumption that whatever the legislation is needs to be done. Like, I don't have faith that they know what the hell is going on. Yes, this is all construction, Sanctum Spirit Stone. Off-brand anime videos. They got rid of interspecies reviewers. Interspecies reviewers. The only anime so saucy couldn't even be on Pornhub. Now that's advertising material. It's too saucy. I need more crypts. Drop the artifact one. JMQ, coffin, rock, 10. There's a massive disconnect between our generation and theirs, and they refuse to reduce it in order to better lead the people they're put over. The fuck kind of prawn you watching? Ones including hares and cavies. Do I dare ask what that is? Storm, do you not know about that show? That show is actually a meme joke for a little bit. So there was an anime, I think on Funimation, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was on Funimation, called Interspecies Reviewers. The description actually was like a bunch of dudes set up their own review company or something like that, where their point is to go out and bang different species anime creatures. Anything and everything. Anything and everything. And then afterwards write up a bullshit review of what it's like to bang that creature. Okay, weird, but Funimation's got it, so what the fuck is going on? Then after like 3 episodes, Funimation goes, oh shit, this show about dudes banging chicks of different species, basically a porn. We're gonna dump this. So everyone on the internet was like, what did you think it was? Morons. Even the description, like, very much implied exactly what the show was about. Sorry. And then once they got rid of it, all of a sudden randomly Pornhub picked it up. Pornhub was like, yeah, we'll host it. Here you go. Now you can watch these dudes rate what it's like to bang out an elf or something. I don't know. It's like, what? So now I guess it's too saucy for even Pornhub. It made him weep again. No, my right eye is like dried out. My hair was, I've got to get a haircut. Where's my, hold on. I'll show you exactly what my issue is. The problem is I have sensitive eyes. I really cannot stand anything remotely close to my eyes. But because of Corona, I have not been getting my hair cut regularly. So right now, if I even have one strand of hair that is sticking where it would naturally lie, it's basically at the height where it curves straight into my eye. Like if it was lower, it would be fine because the weight would be holding it down. But we're at a point right now where it just curves straight into my eye. I know how eyeballs are. Once they've gotten like a little bit irritated, anything and everything else in the air, the eyeball's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm done caring about life. Hold on. As a matter of fact, I've got eye drops. I'm gonna fuck this up without a mirror. I don't know why, but I genuinely need a mirror to do eye drops. Usually. That was mostly a miss twice because I cannot eyeball. I blame my optometrist when I was a kid. There we go. I was tortured as a kid and I refused to address it as anything but tortured. I cannot remember who that was, the optometrist, but if I ever find them, they deserve a bat to the kneecap. Nothing long term. I don't want to like take out their legs or anything permanently. I just want them to feel a ton of pain. Cut your bangs. Is that, no, it's not hair gel. 100%, it's not hair gel. It's just if I wash my hair, I have naturally floofy hair. It's just if I wash it, it's fucking, it's a fucking, it floofs. I've got floofy hair. Trying to get spiffed for a stream. I swear, there is no hair gel. It's just floofy. Go back to getting fades. Yes, I would like a medium fade. No. Give me a Hollian toit. Need to look like I'm in the fucking Marines. I guess someone hates high and tights.
The forgotten beast Oyel Eomeli has come. A great serpent with lidless eyes. It has 2 short horns and it is ravening. The eyes glow lime. Beware its poisonous bite.
All right, where are you? Oh, good. You're in the lava. Fantastic. I cannot wait to not deal with you because I'm not fucking around in the lava. Because I like the thing called living. Golly gee willikers, do I love the living. Actually, I already have the audio lowered, so this needs to be maxed. Trying to reference something from Is There Something About Mary, but okay. Now RNG strategist getting dizzy. Fucking PX barbers. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the eye thing. Optometrist when I was young. 6? 7? Young. I've covered it on stream before. I forget what the actual term is, but essentially I have 2 lazy eyes. Whichever one I'm not primarily looking at out of can wander off. So they wanted to check to see if I had fucking cancer, a bunch of other things, so on and so forth. So I had to go in there and they had to do the thing where they dilate your eyes, which would have been fine. Except for the lady that they had doing it was garbage at doing it. Like they had like a new assistant or whatever. And it's supposed to be like 2 drops in either eye. And she's putting in like 4 because she keeps missing. Like I'm not moving. There's only so long you can keep a kid not fucking moving with burning liquid in their eye. Well, so after you get to like the 3rd or 4th one, I'm like, no, you've done it enough. Let's wait to see if the eye just dilates. Like let's just wait to see if we're good on this, or you know, it goes properly numb before you just start putting in more drops. You know, except I said it more as a child would. No, more like, no, let's see if it was good. We don't need to just put it more in. And she was like, no. So they end up doing is they end up dragging in like 5 fucking doctors and nurses to hold me down like a stuck squealing pig while they hold my head in place to fucking put in more eye drops. And they keep going, oh, we missed. And it's fucking hitting my eye and burning the whole time. Oh, we missed. Before finally the actual optometrist who was going to be doing it comes in and he's like, what the fuck is going on in here? And he's like, well, then we'll just do it with where the kid is now. Like, for the love of God, stop torturing this kid. He's fucking screaming, making every other kid in the place fucking nervous as hell. Because it sounds like they're murdering a kid in here. I'm like trying to claw my way through these people to vacate the fucking building. And he's like, let's just do this with whatever we have. If we are unable to get something positive, then we'll address it when we come to that bridge. That dude was smart. Whoever that first lady is, fucking straight to her kneecap. But yeah, no, I instinctively flinch and close my eye, and like my eye does not like anything near it since then, like at all. Like even if I'm the one holding my eye open, it still tries to shut. My eye just refuses the idea of shit being near it. That's actually a terrible. Oh yeah. The funny thing is when they were done with it, you know what they figured out? There's nothing wrong. My eyes just shake when they try to point inwards. Ta-da! I could have told you that. But yeah, no, that one optometrist was decent. Whoever that first lady was, fucking bitch. Oh, well, I missed. How do you know if you fucking missed? Oh, because he moved. Why feel the burning? You know, like if it's on my eyeball and I move the eyeball around, the liquid gets around. Like my eyeball is burning. Please, for the love of God, stop touching my eyeball. Something to the muscles in your cornea? No. So you have muscles in the back of your eyes. You have a pair of muscles on top and bottom to rotate up and down. You have a pair on left and right to rotate left and right. And you have a pair that wraps around your eyeball to cover the rotation of your eye. Because you may not think it, but right now, look at your screen and rotate your head left to right slightly. Your actual vision doesn't move. Like you seeing your eyebrow and like maybe your glasses or whatever rotates, but the world doesn't. It's because your eyeball is rotating in your head to try to stay even. Now, there is a limit to it, but your eyeball, this is why you don't get completely motion sick, you know, existing. But there's also between them like a nerve or something. There's like a thing that regulates the two together. And it's something about like a lazy eyes with like a weakened muscle set or something like that. And you can see some of them like where it pulls up, that's the other muscle set, so on and so forth. And really what mine is just the brain is supposed to sync the two eyes together to make the picture. And for some reason, my brain doesn't sync the two eyes. My brain goes, all right, this is the eye with the best picture. I don't necessarily need the other one. So it's like an actual neurological thing, not like the other thing, not like the muscular thing or whatever the fuck it is. That's why I either technically by definition have no lazy eyes or I have two, because either one of the two could just wander off and they literally just defocus. It's like the muscles relax. But this inevitably means though, for BT dubs, whenever I go, you know, walking and or driving, is I technically have a slightly wider peripheral vision, but I have a much larger area of unfocused blind spot in the middle. It's really what it is. And my depth perception is not the greatest. If something's coming at me at one side, you can guess how close something is. The brain is used to seeing how far away something is, engaging based upon its size where something is. But there's a point where if something goes from left to right, where the brain has to recalculate. Essentially, I have literal input lag as something moves from left to right or right to left, because the other eyeball now has to become active, grab the object, focus the object, and then guess how far away it is. So if you toss something straight at me involving both eyes, barely catch it. If you toss something across my vision, barely catch it. If it's along my side, decent chance of catching it. Also means that I really don't have faith in myself driving cars. I have a license, but I do not right now have a vehicle, and it's because I don't have faith. I have no faith. The few times I drove vehicles in the military, I nearly crashed him or, you know, cost the military millions of dollars. I didn't cost him, I nearly cost him millions of dollars. So, yeah, no. Yeah, no, really, for any optometrist visit, whenever I do a lot of those tests that they have to do, straight up what I end up having to do is like grab the chair and squeeze as tight as fucking possible to like lock my muscles up, if that makes sense. And then even then, they're like the neck tensing back and everything to try to make sure I move as little as possible. And even then, it's still like I have to warn the optometrist, like, this might take a few. Such a name. I sliced tip off my finger as a kid, and the nurse rubbed antiseptic and hot water into my open wound. When I started screaming, she shook my arm and told me to quit being a baby. I was 8. Jesus Christ. It healed back. Fingertips were pretty good at that. It was not a nurse, though. It looked like a Russian spy torturing you to me. Tell us the cause or you get more antiseptic. What the fuck is that?
So what are you building in the game right now?
Hold on. I'm trying to do this with the... I need a Russian accent. This is not Russian, but this is close. Tell us the cause or you get more antiseptic. I will put it in you. I will put it in you now. Goddamn terrifying writing with you. Yeah, no, it was always funny whenever like, you're gonna be the driver. Really? Oh, you operate the machinery on the back of this, so we need you to prove that you're a good driver, because for some reason, if you operate the machinery on the back, that means you operate the truck. Oh, that's a bad decision on your part. That's a real bad decision. I actually laughed out loud for a few minutes when on my way out of the military, they updated my records with a driving medal. The driving award. That really shouldn't be there, but okay, whatever. What are you building right now? All right, so what I'm slowly doing is in the upper left corner. Actually, I went to the other thing first. I am building up a floor. I'm building a wall to build a floor around this structure because I'm trying to make an artificial hill. The map was a bit flat. The reason why I am doing this is I'm trying to recreate a historical castle style called a Motte and Bailey, where a motte was the elevated castle structure that looked down on top of essentially the stables and the blacksmith, the more town-like facilities. So I am trying to duplicate it in shape, not necessarily function, because flying creatures and the like that they didn't have to deal with in actual historical times requires me to house everyone in the motte, and the Bailey is more for trade and things that need to be outside. In order to do that, though, I had to build up an artificial hill, and that's what we are doing. This level would have been it, but it's just even with the wall of the Bailey portion. So we're building up one more Z level here, and we're gonna, once this is finished, we're gonna build a floor all the way across. Then we're gonna build up in this a wall and a castle. We're gonna start with the castle thing. So this right here is the last of the hill levels before we can start putting the castle structure on top. Yeah, they gave me a driver's badge. Okay, Borat. I do not know what you are talking about. This is what they sound like. They're like, oh, look, it is Mother Russia and Putin. If I say Putin and Mother Russia, I am Russian. Nico Bellic. I am not from Bosnia. Need more typos in the stream title. Is there a typo? I didn't no one tell me. I'm like fucking 2 hours in and no one told me about a typo. You've all failed me. Finishing the last layer, TF the. Fantastic. Layer of the Motte Castle Hill. There we go. I don't know how that ended up wrong. Where's my little... Oh. French. Now I am the French Borat. I watch Shadiversity. I'm gonna say Shadiversity. It might be Shadeversity, but I think it's Shadiversity. I'm gonna watch Shadiversity. I know about castles. This channel is hella dope. Drove well over 13,000 miles since joining hell. One of my convoys while stationed in Germany is over 6,000. Still no driver's badge. Well, if only you were as good a driver as I am, because I am the greatest of drivers. Yeah, I don't know why they added that shit randomly at the end. It's like, here you go. Here's your driver's badge. What? I nearly destroyed half the shit I was driving in. Are you sure? We know dominate. Oh, thank you so much for the bits. Poke Jakes or Poke Jakes. It's either Poke Jakes. Are you in fact a Jake Pokemon, or do you just love poking Jake a lot? Now I gotta open up the other things. I can't see chat. I'd have edited, but we don't have the power. Someone does, I think. You're a mod. Don't mods have the power to edit the title? do not have the power. Please give me power. You have it. It's right there, good sir. No, show it to me graphically. How am I supposed to wield the power if I do not see it? I cannot read book. Book is for pansies. Real power is given to me graphically. Look at chart. Chart is very high, has much power. Thank you for the bits. Makes the Pokemon sure. I'm sure we do. I just didn't notice it. We do have the power. I told her how to. Stream itself is tiny in mod view. Power. Power is doing commands like title. All right, hold on. We're at the end of the recording block hour, and I know that we have Dominic. Want to know who he was again? I apologize for missing that one. And then I have the 5 and Cadence. All right, first of all, Dominic, who you are again, just to get that out of the way. Dominic recently thought, I don't feel like telling you about it because he felt lonely after being unable to make Mary for so long. Hey man, you doing okay over there? You're acting kind of weird watering that plant. I don't feel like telling you about it. Oh, moist. Domine is basically unbreakable, unbelievably strong, amazingly agile, and indefatigable. His poor wife. Domine, like siltstone, nickel, silver, amethyst, the color buff. Goats for their eating habits, and the words of the Umber Sparks. When possible, we first consume giant honey badger and rice beer, though he absolutely detests mussels. He has a stunning feel for spatial relationships, unbreakable focus, great kinesthetic sense, great intuition, and iron will, great creativity, and a very good feel for social relationships. He has an iffy sense for music, very bad analytical abilities, a poor memory, and next to no empathy. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and this dream was realized. Bush. Don't worry about it, Pokejakes. Any chance he takes a missing chat, he will. What did I miss? What did I miss? I didn't miss anything. I've been doing good paying attention to chat. You know can't insult. Like the French accent he tries and do. I don't remember which one French was. No, hold on. First of all, for those of you who are watching, when I upload this to the archive channel on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.